What's good, guys? Dave Action Jackson coming at you live, representing Action Jack Fitness. And if you saw the title of this video, this is the nastiest health foods or healthy foods I've eaten part 2. So, this list is a continuation of the one I posted about 2 weeks ago. Um, and I can remember with my last video, I guess you could say. Um, I had quite a number of snacks and foods and drinks on that list. Probably not as much drinks, but I had quite a bit of foods. Um, and I want to say like different categories, but the today's video, I don't have nearly as many because I couldn't think about the top of my head like different type like healthy foods that I've had. Um, but I compiled this list. Like I have the other side of this page. This has way more than today's video. So there's only 7, but I'll probably break down a couple of these. Uh, yeah. So to start it off, I'm gonna start with number 1. So this will be um, drinks, and it's not in no particular order, but I think if I'm going back to like the beginning of this year, I had, I don't know if you probably have seen it. You can see them at like gyms, Target, Walmart, 7-Eleven, like grocery stores and in gas stations, even drugstores. But Celsius sparkling energy drinks. Um, I had this earlier in the year. It's probably around like March when I had one. I had a gross flavor. I think it was like a peach or something like that. Um, I had it while I was taking a math test, and I gotta tell you, I can finish this can. It it tasted horrible. Now I know the different drinks for different folks. It's like different items that people like and might not like. I can't bring myself to drink another one of these drinks. And the reason being is because it's for several reasons. First, it has a nasty aftertaste. Now, not just a nasty aftertaste, but the when I went to go buy it, I think it was like three something, like $3 and some change. But the can was, ooh, I want to say it was about like the size of this notepad, not like the width of it, but the height of the notepad, and maybe a little bit taller, and it was skinny, and I was sitting there drinking it, and I was so distracted by how this energy drink tasted. Well, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all, and it kind of made a just a really bad aftertaste. Kind of made my heart palpitate a little bit, and uh yeah, it wasn't really worth it. Wasn't worth it. So the next thing would be Rockstar. Dude, I drink energy drinks. I'm not gonna lie. I drink them. I usually get like the zero sugar ones, just because that's a little bit more tolerable. Um, the the only like regular one that I've had is the Mountain Dew one, and I don't know what it is about that one versus like other ones. Because I've had Rockstar, I've had Mountain Dew, the Mountain Dew one. I've had uh, Monster. Um, I believe at one point or another I had the sugar free Red Bull. I didn't have very many of them. I probably had like one or two ever. But some of these they're not that bad, but then others I'm like I definitely feel the difference. But with the Rockstar, so I'll say this: the pineapple coconut flavor was probably the worst flavor I had. Um, I've had like the like Monster, like the juice, like Rockstar juices. I've had Monster. I think it's called Recovery. Uh, those are good, but then you get this flavor, this particular flavor. It has like a Jello tasting consistency. It doesn't taste that good, and it has a nasty aftertaste. Um, I don't know if coconut is a good mix with pineapple. Like, yeah, it's a tropical flavor. I get that, like tropical flavor inspired, but nah, this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. So the next drink, I wouldn't even really call this a drink because most of the things on this list are drinks, with the exception of like a few things. So these will be energy shots. Now, if you ever had like Brazilian muscle bowls or like acai muscle bowls, any of those like healthy, I won't say vegan kind of drinks, um, do, sometimes they're vegan, sometimes they're vegetarian. It might even be like regular drinks, but the energy shots, particularly or in particular, the turmeric and ones that are mixed with it, aka wellness shots. I had one. Actually, I had two last year. I had two from Brazilian muscle bowls, and then I went to side muscle bowls. I had one, but at the time I was sick, and I didn't really. Uh, it wasn't that bad like the first time, but the second time I had it, getting it down because it's like I don't know if you've ever had turmeric. If anyone in like watches this video, if you had straight turmeric before, but it's spicy, and it's just one of those things where it's like you got turmeric, you got ginger, you got I believe it's lemon, and I want to say pineapple. Yeah, pineapple. Um, it's rough going down. It's not like a nasty aftertaste. Don't get me wrong. I think if it had like if it was a little bit sweeter, it'd be better. But it was rough. Like it was very rough going down, and I struggled. Like out of a little bottle, about like like that, kind of like the size of a small Rockstar bottle or can. Um, I had a little shot, like a little shot, kind of like the shot glass type of or shot glass size shot. I don't drink alcohol. I haven't drunk alcohol in 2 years. Um, I don't really like find it appealing it, but the size of it is about I want to say 2 inches in height, and it's a little plastic bottle, and I couldn't get that down. I couldn't get it down. It, it took me, I don't know, like my whole shift at work to get it down, and even then, I drank half of it in a 5 hour period, and then the rest I was just like, okay, I need to like do something because this is gross. It's not like necessarily gross. It just it was hard to get it down. Pause on that. It just was very difficult getting it down. So the next thing, it's kind of related to like an energy shot, not necessarily, not exactly, but still rough to get down. For the first time ever last year, I tried kombucha, and I'll say this, it was gross. Like I went to this little gas station across the street from the college I go to, and I bought this thinking it was gonna be like good because I want some diversity in the drinks I get. And usually I'll get like protein shakes or like the sugar free energy drinks and stuff like that. But I decided to get like a one of these teas, and I just the moment I opened this bottle and I took a sip, I wanted to throw this in the trash. Like the if I had to compare it to anything, I had I don't know about 2 3 years ago. I went to the gas station across the street from my apartment. It's actually up the street, not necessarily across the street, but it's up the street. And I bought this thing called a mudslide. Apparently, it's supposed to be like a tropical or like a Hawaiian inspired alcoholic drink. And it's a little can, and I took one sip of it and threw that in the trash. I couldn't, like the back of my throat just I wanted to gag drinking it. But kombucha, I know people like this. I know they like the drink because there's different flavors. I just couldn't. I can't. Like the one time I had it, and that was a wrap for me. Like I'll never get it again. So the next item on this list There's only I want to say just one of this that I probably won't have. I've had it before in different flavors, but not like and not this particular thing by itself. So, Vita cocoa water, just a regular flavor. I don't really particularly like coconut water. I've had it a few times, but usually like it's like flavored. So you might get like a pineapple flavor or like a mango, pineapple. Um, Ones that like will go with it, like orange, banana, stuff like that. Now the regular flavor, like, cause I don't know if you have like straight up coconut water before, but it's not the most appetizing type of water. Like I got regular water. I could sip this all day, no problem. But then you get like coconut water, and it was rough. Like this is like rough. It had the coconut bits in it, and this is from the bottle too. So keep that in mind. It's from the bottle. It wasn't that great, and getting it down. I remember the first time I had Vital Cocoa Water. I was actually I got downtown. I'm walking to my doctor's appointment, and I decided to go to Rite Aid to go get this. And it, I want to say it was like 289 or something like that, like around there. It wasn't that expensive for being a health drink, but it was gross. I got I don't know like seven 7 minutes into walking to my doctor's office, and I threw it in the trash. Like I know it's a waste of money, and yeah, I probably could have just drunk it, but it wasn't that great. It wasn't that great, and it made me gag at one point because of like the bits of coconut that were flowing in it. Um, yeah, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Uh, so the next item on this list, there's like three more. So I got vegan meat, veggie patties, and veggie nuggets. Now, don't get me wrong. I know there's people out there that like these types of things. I just happened to have one of the. I had one of those patties earlier this year, and I don't know why. My dad bought them, and I figured I would like try one, and I was grossed out. I was grossed out by it. Like I had, I was at an ounce of like this vegan kind of it was like ground beef kind of, but I promise you I didn't finish this. Like I took maybe like one or two bites of this, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So to kind of extend there were piggyback off of like vegan meat, I bought some vegan steak, and I'm gonna tell you guys, it tasted dirty. No, I know that sounds bad, but it tasted nasty. Like it tasted dirty. If you ever had like dirty vegetables, like potatoes or spinach, stuff like that, even kale, um, it has like a dirt taste to it. Now I've tasted straight up dirt before, but like this had like the taste of dirt, and it wasn't easy getting it down. I probably had a good like ounce or two of this vegan steak, and it was gross. It was nasty, like straight up nasty, like up there garbage. And these vegan nuggets, I've seen people all throughout YouTube eating these, Instagram. I will never post myself eating these ever again. I posted it one time. I was on my half at work, and I decided to go to Dollar Tree and go get some of these patties. I had some vegetarian style fajita vegetables. It was rice and vegetables, but it was like vegetarian style. And I just add these patties to it, thinking that it was gonna like be a good meal. I promise you, I've never stepped foot in that part of the little refrigerator at Dollar Tree ever again. I never reached, approached the door for it. Never reached in there and grabbed one of these little packages. I've never done it again. It was disgusting, and I'll get the rice, but I won't ever get these patties. And then the nuggets. I don't know why. Like companies decide like, okay, get rid of the meat, get the veggies, make those into, nuggets. You do people a disservice by making these like that, because you have to like really want that food. You really just be wanting to imitate food. Um, I had some veggie nuggets a few months ago. It was like December around there, and I had probably like 8 to 10 from this bag of like 20, and I just wanted to like know what they tasted like, and I put them in the oven. I cooked them for a little bit, and the smell that came off of these was like horrendous. Like I've never had nasty nuggets before until I got these. So now the last three items it just would be Body Fortress protein powder. If you've ever like been in like the startings of buying protein powder, like the beginning of first buying protein powder, you get to Walmart, Target, wherever, and you come across Body Fortress. This is the protein that most people go with, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's either that or 6 Star. Both of them are gross. Both of them are gross, and I don't know. Like I don't think it's that great. Number 6 would be hummus. Now, in my last video, I talked about chickpeas. Chickpeas is how you get hummus. It's like ground up, mushed, mashed chickpeas, and you can get different flavors like fire roasted tomato, probably barbecue sauce flavored, um, just different flavors. I'm not a fan of chickpeas, so I'm definitely not a fan of hummus. Even though I'm sure it's a fine dipping sauce. I can't work up the nerve to actually eat this. So yeah, it's a no for me. And the last item on this list, number 7, would be boba. The first and only time I had boba, I went to an ice cream shop that's a couple miles from my apartment, and I had a boba tea, and I didn't know what boba was at the time. It's just jelly balls. Pause on that. It's just little jelly balls inside of this tea. Like the tea was fine, but these little jelly beads, I will never bring myself to eat them ever again, because they were gross. They got stuck in the straw, and quite frankly, I don't like jelly items floating inside of stuff that I might want to finish sometime in the next few minutes. But yeah, so that is my list. The last part of this, like, nastiest healthy foods I've had ever. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Subscribe. Comment down below if you guys can nitpick the list. I'm pretty sure like there's other foods out there that are gross, and I know I'm not the only one that probably has like opinions towards like nasty healthy foods. But yeah, subscribe. If you like the video, please let me know. And I'll see you guys in my next video. I'm out.